Hi students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about potential due to an electric dipole. We already studied that what is electric dipole. Two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance is known as electric dipole. Okay, then what about dipole moment? Dipole moment is the product of one of the charge into distance between the two charges. Okay. Now, we want to derive the expression for the electric dipole. Okay. For this, first of all, we want to take an electric dipole. Minus q and plus q charges separated by a small distance. That small distance is 2a. Okay. We want to find out the potential at a point due to this dipole. For this, we want to take a point P here. And this point P, which is at a distance R from the center of the dipole. Okay. From the center of the dipole to the point P is R. What about the equation for the potential? What's the equation for the potential? General equation for the potential, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q divided by R. This is the general expression for the potential. Now, what about the potential at the point P due to minus Q charge? Minus Q charge, which is at a distance x1 from the point P. Then what about the potential at the point P due to minus Q charge? Potential at the point P due to minus Q charge equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into minus Q divided by x1. Here the potential is a scalar quantity. So, we want to consider the sign of the charge also. Okay, potential is a scalar quantity. So, we want to consider the sign of the charge. Now, what about the potential at the point P due to plus Q charge? Plus Q charge, which is at a distance x2 from the point P. So, what about the potential? Potential at the point P due to plus Q charge is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into plus Q divided by x2. Okay. Then what about the total potential? Both these potentials are scalar. So we want to add these two. Okay. Then total potential V is equal to Vp minus Q plus Vp plus Q. Okay. Now we want to substitute these values here. Then 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into minus Q divided by x1 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q divided by x2. Okay. Now we can take the common factors outside. Then what about the total potential? Total potential V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q is also taken outside. Then minus 1 by x1 plus 1 by x2. Okay. This is the total potential at the point P. Okay. Now we want to write x1 and x2 in terms of R. Okay. Now we want to find out x1 in terms of R. For this, extend R. Okay, like this. Then draw perpendicular from x1 to this line. Just like this manner. And the extended length is taken as y. Here half length of the dipole is taken as L. What about the angle of inclination to the point P from the dipole? That is taken as theta. Then this angle is equal to theta, this angle is also equal to theta. Now applying trigonometry, cos theta is equal to y divided by L. Y is the adjacent side and L is the hypotenuse. Therefore cos theta is equal to y divided by L. Therefore y is equal to L cos theta. Okay. Therefore we can write x1 is equal to r plus y. Okay. From here to here r distance and from here to here y. Therefore what about the total length? Total length x1 is equal to r plus y. That's equal to r plus L cos theta. x1 is equal to r plus L cos theta. Similarly, we want to find out what about x2 in terms of r. Okay. To find out x2 in terms of r, we want to draw a perpendicular from here to this length r. This is the perpendicular. Okay, here the angle is equal to theta. Then what about this length, that is y dash? What about y dash? Here also we can apply the trigonometry cos theta. Cos theta is equal to, from here cos theta is equal to y dash divided by L. Okay, half length of the dipole L. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Therefore cos theta is equal to y dash divided by L. Then y dash is equal to L cos theta. Okay, y dash is equal to L cos theta. Okay, therefore what about x2? x2 is equal to r minus this term. That is x2 is equal to r minus L cos theta. Okay. Now we can substitute the values of x1 and x2 in the equation for the potential. And on solving this equation, we get the net potential at the point P due to this dipole. Okay. Now we can substitute the values of x1. x1 is equal to r plus L cos theta and x2 is equal to r minus L cos theta in this equation. Therefore, total potential V is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into minus 1 by x1. x1 is equal to r plus L cos theta plus 1 by x2. x2 is equal to r minus L cos theta. Okay. Now we can take the common denominator. What about the common denominator here? Common denominator is r square, which is in the form of a plus b, and here a minus b. So the common denominator is r square minus L square cos square theta. Okay, on multiplying these two. Okay, a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So the common denominator is r square minus L square cos square theta. Now we can write what about the term present here, that is equal to minus of r minus L cos theta plus what about here, that is equal to r plus L cos theta. Okay, minus r plus r that get cancelled. So the equation becomes minus r plus r get cancelled. So the equation becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into minus of minus plus. Therefore L cos theta. Here also L cos theta. Then 2L cos theta. 2L cos theta divided by r square minus L square cos square theta. Okay. This is the expression for the potential at the point P due to dipole. Now we consider this length of the dipole is very small as compared to r. Therefore, here L cos theta term is negligibly small. So, that get neglected. Then the final equation becomes Q into 2L cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. What about q into 2l? One of the charge into distance between them, that is p. Now the equation becomes p cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. Okay, this is the expression for the potential at the point P due to dipole. Okay, once again we want to write the equation for the potential at the point P due to dipole, that is P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. Okay, when theta is equal to 0, that is if the point P is along the axial line of the dipole, if the point P is here, what about this angle? This angle becomes equal to theta is equal to 0. Okay. If the point P is along the axial line of the dipole, theta is equal to 0. Okay. When theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, the equation becomes V axial becomes equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. What about the potential at the equatorial plane? Okay, at the equator means when P is here. What about theta? Theta is equal to 90 degree. When theta is equal to 90 degree, cos 90 is equal to 0. Therefore, potential at the equatorial point is equal to, equator is equal to 0. Okay, then potential at the equatorial point is equal to 0 and potential along the axial point is equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. Okay, along the axial plane, theta is equal to 0. Along the equatorial plane, theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay. From this class, we studied about the potential due to a dipole. General equation for the potential due to a dipole is P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. What about the potential along the axial line? Axial line, it becomes equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. And what about the equatorial plane? When theta is equal to 90 degree, V equatorial is equal to 0. Okay. That's all about today's portion. I think this topic is clear for you. If you like this video, please subscribe and enable the bell button. Thank you.